In this video, we'll try to gather some data from multiple web pages and do some transformations in Power Query and then create a couple of report pages. This is the website Box Office Mojo. I thought I'll gather top lifetime grossing movies over the years. And it has the data which has rank, title, lifetime gross, and year, and it is spread over across multiple pages. As you can see, if you click on any of those buttons, next page, it will take you to the next 200 items in those web pages. And whenever you're changing the page, you can see in the address bar there is a small subtle change in the address. So as you can see here, it is equal to 600, 800, and so on. So we will try to first gather the first page data and using the web connector, and then we will try to create a function, and then later on we'll do some transformations with Power Query. So let us try to copy this address, and let us try to go to Power BI desktop and use the web connector and paste this address onto the field here and click OK. Once we do that, the Power Query window will open up. And here is the Power Query window. It's a navigator. As you can see, I highlighted parts. There are some tables which are suggested automatically by Power Query. And you can use, based on the needs, you can use all those options. In our case, if you hover over any, and in case if you select any table, those things are visible in the canvas. And there is two options, table view and web view. We have, I think the table 2 is the thing which we are looking for, which has all the data. As you can see, the rank through the year, all those 4 columns. Let us create OK. And once we do that, we'll go to the Power Query editor window. Here is the window. As expected, we have all those 200 items from that first page. We have rank, title, and lifetime gross and year. So this is the first step, right? So we could either create 3 more queries or 4 more queries and add them up, append them. But we have, based on the needs, we can merge or append. But based on this, what we could do is we can use another method. There are several methods we can use. We could convert this into a custom function and maybe create a new table and invoke this custom function so that we want Power Query to do the work for us. As shown here, as you can see, that is the web address which we copied and pasted into the web connector. And we can create a variable here, as we have already seen in the address bar. Whenever we switch from one page to another, there is some subtle change. So we will try to use that value as a variable here and kind of append this address, and to the end we can use the ampersand, and we will try to add that in a code. So remember, we are trying to gather data from multiple pages. So we want Power Query to do the work for us. So this is one of the methods. This is one of the way we can do that. So once we make sure the syntax is correct and paste it, so it's kind of a placeholder, right? So we are telling Power Query that, hey, this is my placeholder. Once we kind of click OK, it becomes a function. We will try to name that as movies function. So that way we'll remember that this is a function. So this is the first step. And second step is, like I said, we can create a table. We have already seen that the first page has nothing, as highlighted here. At the end of the address, there is nothing. So if you click on next page, as you can see in the address bar, it says ampersand offset equal to 200. We will try to copy that and go back to our Power Query, enter data section. And as shown here, every time you click, the next page will change the value. So we will try to copy and paste initially the same value into all the 4 rows. But we will make the changes as we have already seen. The second page is 200 and the third page is 400. Fourth page is 600 and the fifth page is 800. So that way we have all those 1000 records which are available for us. And we will try to name this table appropriately as movies. So this is the main table for us. We will make sure that everything is okay and click on OK. And we have a table here. And Next step is we have to click on this and add column and invoke the function. We have already created a function, so we will try to highlight that part. There is only one column, and we will try to select the column, click OK. Once we do that, as you can see here, Power Query has gathered the data. And if you highlight on each and every table, the second table has 1 to 200, 201 to 400, and so on. So all the 1,000 rows appears to be gathered by Power Query. So this is one way of doing it. As I said, we can try to gather pages, multiple pages, data from multiple pages. So we will select OK, and we have those things. We no longer need this column, so we will try to remove that column, and we have all the 1,000 records from those multiple pages. This kind of option can be used when you want to gather data from your intranet or maybe internet, and make sure that the copyright is also here, taking care of those issues too. So we will try to change the data types. We know rank is a whole number, so is lifetime gross and year. So to recap, we have created a variable and we have created a new table, and we have gathered all the 1,000 records. We are happy. Once we close and apply Power Query, we'll try to gather the data running the function. It is, as you can see, all the 1,000 rows are being loaded into our Power BI desktop. And this is a simple method. I'm sure there are many other methods also. So this is one of the methods which is easier, I thought, and easier to follow. And let us go to table view. As expected, all the rows are available for us, 1,000 rows, the rank, column, title, lifetime gross, and year. So this is what we needed to bring the data from different pages. So I have created a couple of report pages to save time, and we will go step by step and understand what I have done there. So this is the first page. As you can see, I have um, downloaded a custom visual animated bar chart, and you can go to the app source and bring it, and you have your name and all those things. You can pause the video and look at the variables which you have passed to it, and you can make adjustments in the visual format section too. So you can add top 10, top 20. I think top 20 is the highest thing you can go for, and the duration from anywhere from 10,000 milliseconds to 2,000 milliseconds, I feel that is milliseconds. And based on your selections, whatever formatting you do, the animated bar chart will change. And remember, our data is by year. As you can see, every year the period is changing, so is the bar chart. And finally, if we reach the end of the data, in our case it is 2024, we should be able to see Inside Out as the top grossing movie, and Deadpool and Wolverine is the second movie, and so on. So this is the first step, right? I thought we can improve upon this. We will try to create another measure, and we want to, as we have seen in the first page of our Box Office Mojo website, Avatar is the number one movie, right? So, but in this animated bar chart, it is showing a little bit differently. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and created a disconnected table, and by using the year column from the movies table. So, and also I've added a third party custom visual, which is Play Access. If you don't have it already, just go to App Store and download it. And I pass the year column from this disconnected year table. So we want to use the year from the disconnected table to the Play Access. And we have used the same animated bar chart. And as you can see, the name is title and value is lifetime gross. And I've gone ahead and created a max year measure. It's a very simple measure. We want to show only the years from the movies table that are less than or equal to the year in the Play Access. As you remember, Play Access, the year is coming from the disconnected table. It's a very simple condition. So we say if it is true, then return 1, otherwise it is 0. So we want to use this kind of logic. And also I've gone ahead and used a visual level filter, and if it is 1, show me those values. So that way we have a visual here, animated bar chart, and we have also used the visual level filter. So whenever you click on the Play Access button, it will change. And I've used another table visual too for us to understand clearly what is happening here. So those are the 3 columns which are coming from the same table. So as we have seen here, the logic is whenever we click the Play Access play button, the visual level filter will check if the filter condition is matching, right? In our case, it is 1. and it will show only those values which are matching, right? So we have added a max year measure also to period in the animated bar chart. And also for the table visual, we have added a visual level filter. And the filter visual level filter is if max year a returns 1 and we want those values. As I click on the play button here, those years are changing. So every year it is showing up. And this bar chart, animated bar chart, is also showing the gross value, which is highest by in that year. So if you can pause here, like I said, it is taking the values which are lower than 1980. So anything above 1980, it is not constrained. So that is exactly the logic we wanted. And if you continue to play, use you can forward the play access button too, and you can pause and look at the video too, and you can make all the changes there. I think this is one way of looking at the data. We have gathered data from multiple pages and created report pages. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.